Hi Aquarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for January 13th through the 19th. We're going to see what's happening in the week ahead with this lovely deck here, and then we're going to pull a spirit message for you all from that oracle deck there. So without further ado, Aquarius, my darlings, let's see what's happening for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm sorry the videos are late coming up this week, guys. I've not been feeling well. That wolf moon kicked my booty. I don't know if any of you felt it, but we're going to see what is happening with Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here is your Monday, Tuesday, your Wednesday, Thursday, your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Monday, Tuesday, darlings, is 8 of Swords. So yeah, some of you felt that full moon. Coming into Monday, Tuesday, some of you might be in some frustrated energy. Okay, you might be a little bit frustrated, and you might be dealing with a situation where you're wanting to get out of something, but you're not seeing how it's possible. Like, you might kind of feel like, my goodness, like, I don't like the situation I'm in, but you're seeing it as like a catch-22. Like, I'm unhappy because of this, and it needs to change, but it can't change because something else has to happen first, right? Like, you're feeling like the circumstances are out of your control or out of your hands, or that somebody else needs to come in and help in some way. And, Eight of Swords, when it comes up, it's telling us that we're not seeing the situation accurately. We're seeing it through a lens of fear, and that we want to be cautious when this comes up, because otherwise the energy can attract a negative situation. So let me explain. Those of you that you watch my videos and Eight of Swords has come up, you've heard me kind of call it the baby seal card. Okay, like a little baby seal in the ocean that's injured, that's bleeding, that's like crying and like like crying out for help. Unfortunately, that energy, that situation, the sharks are going to pick up on it a lot more quickly than other seals are. They're going to smell the blood, they're going to hear that distress, and they're going to come rushing in. And when we're in Eight of Swords energy, it's very much the same way. We might be crying out, we might be wanting help, but it might attract someone who's going to come in and be a bit of an opportunist. And some of you might not even be emotional about the situation. I'm feeling a sense of finances around this, Aquarius. So I feel some of you maybe have been wanting to do something or invest in something, but you've been telling yourself, oh, but you know what? Somebody else needs to come in and help me with this. They need to go halves with me, or they need to invest. So it's not even necessarily something that you're being emotional about it, but you're looking for somebody to come in and kind of partner up with you in some way, okay? Whether it be looking for a roommate, whether it be somebody investing in property with you, whether it be a work situation where you're trying to create some kind of alliance, you need to be cautious, because whoever you're bringing in this energy, they're looking at how this is going to benefit them. And if you get, thrown by the wayside as a result, then oh well, they got what they needed. So you need to be cautious. You need to be cautious, Aquarius. If you're not sure of what it is you're not seeing or where you need to be cautious, you can always meditate, you can pray, you can ask your angels and guides to help you see what needs to be addressed, what a better way out of a situation may be. Because when Eight of Swords comes up, we're not taking action because of fear, and we're convincing ourselves that we're powerless in a situation. You are not powerless in a situation. So whatever you're feeling overwhelmed about in the beginning of the week, or wherever you're feeling stuck, Eight of Swords is coming up because Spirit wants you to know that you are not stuck, that you are not powerless in a situation. You just simply have not seen the answer just yet, right? And so meditate on this, pray on this, ask your angels and guides to help you see the answer, to help you see where the best, path is going to be, best approach is going to be. And be cautious of, handing over your power to somebody else, because chances are in this energy, they're not going to do it in a way where they're thinking about your best interest, right? And you don't need that. You don't need someone who's going to come in and take your circumstances and use it to benefit them. That's the last thing you need. Your Wednesday, Thursday card, my darlings, we have the Temperance card, okay? Some of you could be dealing with the Sagittarius. not necessarily. You know, you may have Sagittarius in your chart somewhere, but you guys have heard me say, those of you that watch my videos, I don't like to get too hung up on the zodiac or the astrology of the cards because it could be someone's moon, their rising, their Venus. We don't always know that, and then it throws us off. Overall, though, let's put the zodiac aside. When the Temperance card comes up, it's letting us know something is happening that's directly connected to life purpose and life path. The major arcana cards in general have that meaning for us, but the Temperance card especially so, because the Temperance card can indicate that spirit is working through us in some way, right? So I'm going to be very honest with you. The fact that the Temperance card just popped up tells me this Eight of Swords is more so you know your path. You know what you're supposed to do, but you're telling yourself it's not possible, or you're telling yourself that you can't do it till somebody else comes in and partners up with you. But you are being led. You are being guided to make certain changes, especially after that full moon we just had, that wolf moon in Cancer. It brought up a lot of intense emotions to the surface for many people, even for people who aren't emotional. And it helped a lot of people see what needs to be changed in their life. You know, where they're unhappy, where they're in discomfort, what needs to be changed, what needs to be shifted. And so the Temperance card is coming to tell you two things. Number one, you are being led, you are being guided, right? It is time for change. Number two, you need to be patient with yourself. Okay, it's not going to be an overnight process, one foot in front of the other. And for many of you, you are going to have help that comes in, but it's going to come in a different way than what you're anticipating or expecting. Okay, it's going to be more help that's coming in for you in terms of like emotional support, right? And so I feel, Aquarius, for a lot of you, this is a theme that's been coming up in your readings, in your weeklies. It's going to be about you learning to accept emotional support, or to have people who are emotionally supportive. Okay, number three, when the Temperance card comes up, it's wanting you to know, because it's a major arcana card, that you will succeed at this. It's what you came here to do, it's what you came here to learn, it's what you came here to master. And as long as you take one foot in front of the other, and you keep out of the negative ego, you're going to succeed at this. Your angels and guides are going to help you succeed at this. Compromising, you know, things of this nature, they may come along as like little lessons and moments of growth here, but there's a lot of growth, a lot of growth. And this is like the most random thing, but I have found when I just go ahead and I say the random things, they resonate deeply for somebody or for a certain group of people. But as I'm saying this, I just quickly got an image in my head of the Where the Wild Things Are book. The Wild Things Are was, I think the guy's name was like Seymour or something. I can't remember his name, but it's a children's book, very popular children's book. If you're an 80s baby like me, you've probably remember your teacher reading it to you in like kindergarten or preschool. But Where the Wild Things Are. So some of you are going through a journey of maybe, and this is the thing, a lot of people don't know this. Where the wild things are is actually a metaphor for the author's life, kind of going through partying and drinking and doing drugs and being with the cool kids, and then coming out of that and like wanting to have like a stable life, wanting to connect with family again, like overcoming that kind of lifestyle. So maybe Aquarius, some of you, that's the energy that you're in. It's a new year. We just had that really intense, you know, full moon in Cancer. And maybe some of you are thinking, man, you know, maybe it might not even be about like alcoholism or drug addiction or anything like that. It could just be as simply as, I've been living my life in a way where there hasn't been a whole lot of substance, or I've had a lot of drinking buddies as friends, but nobody really that I can kind of connect to on a close soul level, right? Or you've been going to these networking events and people just hang around and drink wine and they get a little bit tipsy, but nothing productive ever happens. You know, I've been to a few networking events where it's been that way, and I'm just like, okay, like I'm not much of a drinker, so like it was just kind of like weird for me, right? So some of you might just be in that energy where like you're looking for substance, and Spirit is saying you are going to find it, but be patient. Okay, be patient for yourself. Temperance card could also be saying that some of you are just wanting to do something more meaningful. You may feel very stuck or very trapped in a job that's not bringing you joy. And you're saying, oh, but I'm stuck here because I got to pay rent. Because you have the belief that you can't make money doing something that you love, right? And that's not the case. Temperance card is saying that your angels are going to help you figure all that out. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you've got the High Priestess coming up, my darlings. Very interesting. Capricorn had this coming up in the beginning of their week. So if you've got Capricorn somewhere in your planetary placements, don't be surprised if this is something that you're feeling very strong all throughout the week. But when gosh, also just so that we're clear here, you got two major arcana cards coming back to back. So this is a big week of epiphanies, eyes opening, seeing the truth. With the major arcana cards coming in back to back, you're going through a really big shift, Aquarius. Okay, really big shift. And if I'm not mistaken, your entire year is gonna be that way, per the 2020 12-month forecast that I did. That I posted. You guys had a lot of big shifts and changes that were coming in back to back. And this reading here, right here, is confirming that for me. High Priestess is telling us that you're really waking up spiritually. You're connecting with the higher self. You know, when I see the High Priestess card come up, I always tell people get ready to be pursued like there is no tomorrow, because I've just seen in my readings, it's been my experience that when I pull this card for someone, their chakras are opening up, aligning, they're coming into their connection, they've got all this healing energy flowing through them, and it makes you very irresistible. It makes you very magnetic. Even if, you know, you haven't really changed anything about yourself, you're the same as you've always been in terms of how you carry yourself and what you do and where you go and how you dress and how you look or how you act. Like, you might be like, well, I haven't changed anything about me, but all of a sudden, like, all these people want to be near me. You may even feel like people physically want to be near you, right? Like, I've had situations where I would go to the gym specifically when like there's nobody there and I'm on the elliptical and there's like friggin' a mile long thing of ellipticals, right? And somebody will come in and they'll come right to the one next to me, right? I'll be done working out, I'll go to the next like little weight room and they'll come in, they'll like be right next to me on like next weight. And it doesn't matter, male, female, whatever. Like they're just people like kind of want to be in your energy, right? And so there's going to be people that want to be in your energy just because they want to be in your energy because you're comforting. They want to talk to you. They want to be your friend. They want your advice. They want your attention. They want your time. And then there's going to be people that are just flat out trying to get into your pants. So just, you need to get ready, Aquarius. You're going to be getting a lot of attention, a lot of people wanting to be near you, a lot of people wanting to talk to you. But you're gonna have to practice your boundaries, because when you're in High Priestess mode, the reason why they want to be so close to you is they want to take from your energy. They feel so depleted, they feel so empty, they feel so you know, like hungry, like in need. So they're wanting to latch onto you, they're feeding off your energy. And you have to be cautious. For those of you that you got people trying to like get into your pants, you got to be cautious who you're letting into your pants, because they're going to latch in. They're going to take a lot of your energy. You got to keep on with that spiritual maintenance, that spiritual hygiene. You got to do the cord cutting. You got to do the sea salt baths or sea salt scrubs. You got to do the saging and smudging and praying and meditating and filling yourself up, because as you're going through this awakening and you're realizing you're hungry for more spiritual connection and you're connecting spiritually and you're doing all of your inner work, you are like this delicious, irresistible energy field for the people around you when the High Priestess comes up. So be aware of this. Your intuition will be increasing. You know, you might even feel like you're hearing your messages, picking up your messages more. Some of you are having a lot of information coming to you through your dreams. You know, so lots of shifts this week, guys. Lots of shifts this week. Let's go ahead and see the spirit message for you in the week ahead. And I encourage you guys to watch your moon sign and rising sign video. Be sure to check those out too. They can be more helpful. They may resonate more. If you need a private reading, you can click on the Calendar link and schedule there. And keep in mind, guys, with the major arcana cards, this isn't just going to be a 1 day, 2 day thing. This is like a time period that you're going to be going through. This is a phase. You're coming into this cycle. This energy is going to be around you for a while. Let's go ahead and check out your spirit message for the week. That doesn't feel like it. Let's see here. All right, there we are. This is the one. Alrighty, so you have control. All right, so this is going to be the balance of control, right? With that Eight of Swords, you might be feeling kind of stuck. You might be feeling like you don't have power in the situation. And then with the High Priestess, as you're coming into your confidence, you might have to try to find the perfect balance here. This is the week where that lesson is starting for you, to find the difference between being in a state of surrender and being in a state of defeat. Okay, surrender, the spiritual concept of surrender, is what you're getting ready to learn, Aquarius. And I'll just tell you this because it was so difficult for me when I had to learn it. It was so confusing. It confused me because it's like, well, okay, if the law of attraction is real and we all manifest and we all create our reality, but then I'm supposed to surrender, like, it didn't make sense to me. I didn't understand it. What did it mean to surrender? If I'm manifesting something, am I not supposed to try to work towards it? Am I not supposed to try to align with it? And this is what surrender is. It took me a long time to learn it, so hopefully it'll help some of you by me telling you this. When we surrender, yes, we're making an effort, but we're surrendering the outcome of it, right? Like if I'm trying to manifest finding a new job, right? Like maybe that's like a big deal for me and I want a new job, and I'm telling myself, okay, every single day I'm going to go online, I'm going to apply to 10 jobs every single day. I'm going to ask my friends and family if they know anywhere that's hiring. I'm going to ask people to like write me a letter of recommendation. I'm going to ask somebody to help me, like look at my resume and like kind of help me like make it better. But when we surrender, we put it in God's hands as far as, okay, I'm doing the work, but I'm surrendering to you the time frame in which it's answered and how it's answered, right? Like I'm going to do the work that I can, but whatever is out of my control, I'm not going to worry about it. So that means after I've done my work and I go to bed at night, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to surrender it. I'm not going to stay up stressing about what if it doesn't happen? It hasn't happened yet. Nobody's called me yet. What if nobody ever calls me? What if this happens? What if that happens? When you surrender, you do the work and you give the rest to the higher power, to the universe, to work it out. You just have this faith that what is meant to be is going to happen. I'm going to do my best in the meantime. So Aquarius, I think for a lot of you, you grew up in a way where there was a lot on your shoulders. Maybe you felt like you were more the parent than the parents in the home. Maybe you felt like it was always your responsibility to fix everything. And so you're just kind of going in like, it's this job that you have to do, or it's this work that you have to do, and everything is on your shoulders. And so I feel Spirit is saying, starting this week, there's going to be some life lessons coming in for you, teaching you about that control, teaching you about letting go of some of that burden and being able to allow things to flow, to just allow yourself to ride the currents, the same way the birds just kind of open up their wings and they're able to just kind of glide through the air streams or the air currents, right? They're not constantly flapping every second. And so that's what you're learning. You're learning when to flap those wings and when to ride on the air currents. You're going to master that. And so that's beginning this week for many of you, Aquarius. Okay, my darlings? Again, watch your moon sign, rising sign. It might be helpful for you. If you would like a private reading, you can click on the Callie link and schedule there. And don't forget to watch the 2020 12-month forecast. There's love readings. There's the angel channeled messages for the month. All of those are in the description. I thank you all so much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, for taking part in the card of the day and the pick a card on Facebook and Instagram every single day. And I'm sending you lots of love, lots of light. Have a terrific week, Aquarius. Take care.